So, how's it going, Sheep Tits? Welcome to yet some more Half-Life 1 on PS2. It really is very enjoyable, but that's partially just because Half-Life 1 is a good game, and it's not necessarily one of those games kind of like Doom where you can port it to anything. Technically you can with Zash 3D, but it's a really good game, even on PS2 with analog sticks. Also, another thing, I finally got around to digging out my Stream Deck and got it set up, and ladies and gentlemen,
Bruh.
yeah, these streams just got way stupider. I've only got those two sound effects set up on it right now, because I have to create custom icons for each one. I mean, I could just leave it blank, but I want to have that extra touch. You know, I want to have like the extra little touch of, you know, you can see it right there. So, like, you can just see.
Bruh. Bruh.
Just a nice little extra thing. Not at all necessary, but, you know, I'm probably not even going to be using that for I did that too early. I'm probably not even going to be using the Stream Deck because, well, I mean, I don't really need it for scene switching because I can just do this. I've already got it set up on the numpad, but, you know, Stream Deck allows me to just... It seems like it can only play so many... It seems like that it can only handle so much reverb fart at one time. Yeah, that's the Half-Life way we like to do it. Of course, I'm gonna have to do that again, but get up here. I really need to get used to these controls here, especially since I'm going to be going into on a rail, so I'm going to be using that tram a lot. Like I said in the last stream, I don't necessarily hate, like, on a rail or anything. Like, a lot of people talk about how they don't like on a rail or Zen or anything like that. But I don't mind either of them, but I can see why people don't like on a rail, because it is pretty much just non-stop traversing the tunnels with the tram and having to keep up with it, and I can see why. Hey, good to see you, Stoop. Yeah, you're in for some, you know, shit. Probably gonna end up having that entire thing filled out with. The problem is, a lot of the sound effects that I could play, don't really, like, I'm more of just like a contextual sound effects kind of guy. Like, you know, you can look at any of my videos and see how the editing is. 'Cause I thought about adding some edit and eddy sound effects, but I'm not sure if I would ever use them, because, I mean, these two, I can use them a lot.
Delivery rocket. I don't know where it is exactly, and the old guy was so worried about getting out of here alive, he didn't tell me. Main thing is, the military aborted the launch, so when you do find the rocket, you'll have to get up to the control room and launch it yourself. He said something about a Lambda team needing the satellite in orbit if they were ever going to clean up this mess.
Oh yeah, it's actually been going pretty good. If you kind of look back at the other streams, they're probably not gonna, you know, stay on Twitch for much longer because the 7-day limit for the VODs. But I'm thinking about I want to like make thumbnails and stuff for them, but I'll probably upload them to my new YouTube channel so that the VODs will still be able to be watched, and probably not all of the streams, but yeah, sound effects, yeah. we got them. But I probably will be editing these Half-Life 1 streams down into like a highlight video, because I feel like there have been so many moments throughout them where I've just made so many jokes that would work very well for edits. And so, I may do the Silent Hill 3 streams too, but the thing is, with both of these, the Half-Life 1 and Silent Hill 3, I kind of want to finish the games before I do the highlight videos. I mean, I didn't know if I was going to fully play through this version of Half-Life 1, but it's Half-Life 1. It kind of just sucked me into it. So, here I am, on a rail. I mean, yeah, that could work, anybody wants to, if anybody wants to clip the streams, then that would be great. I mean, I ain't gonna argue with that, because, I've tried doing, not necessarily stream clips, but I've tried doing that kind of thing with YouTube Shorts before, and it didn't really turn out too well. But I mean, I didn't upload a whole lot of them, and pretty much it was just, that highlight channel that I tried to do. And because YouTube's Shorts stuff is nonsensical, because they will just randomly decide when a video is a short and when it isn't, and there's no rhyme or reason to it. So I've not really bothered to try and make streams. I mean, like shorts, but I did do some stuff on TikTok back when I still uploaded on TikTok, but I don't really mess around with that much anymore. Wait, no. Okay, yeah, that's definitely... there has to be, like, a different way. Ah. So, yeah, I know that's one thing where it's kind of like, it has to be a specific length, but for some reason, every time that I've done a video that's the specific length and it's a shorts resolution, then, it will not make them a short. But then, like, some videos that I uploaded back in 2011, they turned those into shorts. Okay, yeah, I don't think that I'm gonna actually be very big on a rail on PS2, actually, because there is no way to really reliably stop the rail or the tram, because whenever you stop it, you have to use the analog stick to slow it and stop it. But it seems like sometimes the analog stick will actually just make you walk away from the control panel instead of actually, doing anything with it. And that's just doesn't really work. Continue on down this road. Yeah, I mean, on PC, it's not really a problem because you've got all the extra controls, but having to, like, using this controller for moving around in the game world, which would, be WASD, but then also using it for controlling the, well, I don't know, because I don't think it works like that. I'm pretty sure it works with... it's been a little while since I've played Half-Life. And this may be kind of throwing me off a little bit, too. I mean... shouldn't be too bad, though. Just a minor little complaint. Yeah, that's what you get. That's allowing me to introduce you to Man's Answer. And allow me to help you, my man. Okay, well, okay, I just heard him die, and I am not even gonna bother with the head crab. Oh, no, that's alright. Yeah, I don't notice. Kind of reacting to this a little bit late, but, yeah, I've done that a lot in the past. That is... Okay, that was painful. That should not have happened. But, yeah, I've done that a lot where I, you know, just switch over to that and then forget to switch back and then kind of look over and be like, oh, yeah, I should be, like, back on this screen. No. Okay. Motherfucker. Oh, really? That's how you want to play the game. Alright? Yeah. The beauty of Italian engineering. Give me grenade. And I'm pretty sure this is literally just to get, like, the satchel and stuff. Also, you get one satchel when you pick up it, but then you get 5 grenades when you pick up 1 grenade. It don't make no sense. Valve doesn't know how math works. Alright. And that actually, that'll go back to right where I passed. Go. Go back. Oh, alright. So we're gonna do this. Ah! So it's just gold source fuckery? Yeah, it's just gold source being a... Ooh, it's a great engine. It's very, very state-of-the-art, top of the line. Definitely not a pain in the ass to work with whatsoever. Actually, I'm gonna keep that out. Let's do turbo speed. Slow speed. Slow it down a bit. Yeah, I mean, I would imagine it probably is possible because, well, there's not really a good place to do it right here, but I'll try and do, like, some sort of bootleg bunny hopping once I can get to a good spot. Okay, you know what? Let's just do the old-fashioned method. But it is interesting because, like, the jump controls, like, yeah, you have this, you know, the L2 and L1 for jumping and crouch jumping. But if you just hold down L1, then you will crouch at the height of your jump. I don't know how useful that is compared to just crouch jumping from the offset, but I would kind of like to try this with keyboard and mouse, but I would imagine that it would probably play about the same as PC Half-Life, because I mean it seems to be not that different from PC Half-Life. It's just which COD 4 I never even played that on, like, PlayStation or anything like that. My only experience with COD 4 is the Wii version. And yeah, I know the Wii version is not the greatest. It's not the highest resolution version. But I think it actually plays pretty well because the Wiimote gives you... I'm going to move forward a little bit more. The Wiimote gives you some added, like, movement. It kind of, instead of, you know, the classic mouse and keyboard or analog stick, actually, it's closer to mouse control. Because you can just use the Wiimote to move the gun around the screen. And it actually feels very good. I played through the entire game, and I didn't have any problem with it. Which I've never really had a problem with low-resolution gaming anyway, because, well, I grew up on the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2, but... Yeah, I think, I'm pretty sure that I have the Black Ops version of, the Wii version of Black Ops as well, because I found out about Nazi Zombies and I really wanted to play it, and then got it on the Wii, because that was a console that I had that I could play it on, and I think I played a decent amount of Nazi Zombies and Black Ops, but I kind of played more mobile Nazi Zombies. Well, that's not right. Let's just do this. But I know I don't think you can actually play. Oh, yeah. Wouldn't be surprised. But I think you can actually play. Yeah, I don't really know a whole lot about a lot of the Call of Duty stuff beyond just kind of casual stuff, but let's go ahead and use my fancy new C4 plastic explosive. Understood. My bad. I should have understood. The military C4 proofed their turrets. No, that's fine. I was pretty much just going to point out, I was going to talk about the iOS version of Nazi Zombies that used to be out, and I don't think that it's actually even available on the App Store or anything anymore, because it's like a 2011, 2012 kind of thing. But it was actually a pretty good thing for it being like a smartphone port for, like, you know, mid-2010s era smartphones. They did a pretty good job. But yeah, I wish they'd make a lot of those old iOS apps and games like that available. Like, I mean, I know Gameloft has kind of done some of it with releasing some of their old games, but I would love to see just more of, because there was just nothing, like the 2010, 2011, 2012 iOS like app kind of environment was so crazy. You had so many useless apps that were just there to show off how fancy the iPhone was. You know, like the like beer drinking apps, and oh, you can get this app and you can pop virtual popcorn, or getting an app where you can fire virtual guns. It was completely pointless, but it was just so cool at the time. I had a lot of fun on that. kind of got into the iPhone right at the perfect time. Honestly, the 2011-2012 era, that was just like a golden era for a lot of stuff. I mean, YouTube, you know, just, I guess, the internet in general. No! No, you don't. You don't got me. You don't know who I am. Because I am a sovereign citizen. I'm a sovereign citizen, motherfucker. I ain't hit nobody. I can't talk. Damn it, I come from the sovereign state of Kentucky. Yeah. PC, I could probably just stay on the tram, even though it's probably not the best idea, but being kind of slightly crippled. Being slightly crippled with the, like, analog sticks is probably better, and also that's just kind of, I guess, a smarter thing of, like, really? That's how you gonna do it. That's how you gonna treat my boy. I am a sovereign citizen anyway. Luckily, there is a health charger right down here. So, nothing of value was lost. Except one grenade, but I used it wisely. Yeah, which I'm not extremely familiar with a lot of the later portions of Half-Life, but especially on a rail. Where are you at? Where? Who? Can I buy a vowel? I know there's one on the elevator. Right? Oh, alright. Well, you know what? You have fun down there. You have fun fighting all the terrorism down there. And let's just wait for this to blow over. Let them just fight it out. They're having marital discussions, and I don't want no part of that. Looks like I'm getting part of that. Well, let's see you walk across the electrified rail, dumbass. Alright. Let's get it. Okay, my arc was a little low. Well, I got him. Well, I hurt him. Did I get him? Yeah, I think I did. I think I did. The, you know, splattering of blood over there tells me that I won. So... let's do this the intelligentes way. And just hop on this old Ma Deuce over here. The power of 50 cal. And I'll take that. Who the hell built this vent? It's supposed... I don't know. It's you know, not like this is like a maintenance area or anything. Well, not really a maintenance area, but... Hold on, pest control. Come on. Yeah! Call on the Gaming Baconator's pest control services anytime. I will probably blow up your home. But, at least the pests will be gone. And, I mean, yeah, your insurance provider is not going to like you. But that's just part of the job, you know? It's just something that happens sometimes. Yeah, cool. First aid. Okay. So, I mean, I don't really need to lift that, but let's go check out over here. Check out with my 6 HP, see what kind of trouble I'm gonna get into. I know there's some guys up here, I'm pretty sure, so... No. Okay, that got one of them. I don't know if there's another one up there, so I'm gonna... Oh. Yeah, you enjoy that. You enjoy that. First aid kit. And, as always, you gotta destroy all lines of communication. That way, they never know you were here. Okay. Oh yeah, it's a quick load, quick save, quick load. It is kind of limited. You can't go into an options or settings menu or anything, but yeah, you can do nice little quick saves, quick loads. Do the classic F6 treatment. You can't. I don't think you can't pick. Yeah, like you can't pick the Yeah, I don't... Actually, yeah, I don't know if there's actually been any... I can't think of any console games that really have, like, a quick save. I mean, I think the Uncharted games on PS3 have, like, a thing where you can, like, pause, or go into the pause menu and select save game. But that's an entire separate generation of console. So... Hey buddy, you wanna come check it out? It's fun. Where? Yeah, come on. It's fun. It's fun games. It's fun. Yeah! Yeah! We got a chicken leg party now. Also, this man's dead. Nope. I mean, I don't know how he tanked 2 double shots of a shotgun, but this man's just built different. Built stupid. Whoop. Come on. You know you're gonna do it. And that problem just solved itself. You know, I was saying, like I did say in a previous stream, that the trip mines are basically useless, but I guess actually they kind of aren't useless if you just find an opportunity to use them. But for the most part, they are kind of, compared to the other weapons, they're not as readily useful. You have to have a specific setting, like a specific case for them. Come on. Go around. Okay. There are more threats afoot, boys. And just like that, I am going to hide under the stair. Is this a Gearbox edition? No, I don't think it is. I think this is actually in the original game. Yeah, it's in the original game. Yeah, it's just like a little secret area. How dare you, ass crab? Yeah, pay no attention to the man in the floor. So, reload that actually. And I might be able to do something here. Y'all got the trip mines. Hey guys, look, I'm gonna pull a funny. Come on. So, is this man just, like, rigged to explode? Okay, no, he's just, like, glitched. I mean, I guess it can't be all perfect. It is a PC game that was ported to the PS2, which is probably weaker than PCs of the time. I mean, closer to PCs of the time, but not quite. Tells me this is a Gearbox edition. That is a very interesting thing about the PS2 version, is that Gearbox added little things in the maps that are not in the originals. And it's just very interesting, because it just changes things up if you're familiar with regular Half-Life. Can I... Man, that's a sturdy table. It must have come from IKEA. I don't know if IKEA's tables are actually sturdy. They kind of look like they're made of like particle wood and Swedish dreams. Swedish dreams of Swedish memes. Come on. I know you want to. Oh! They pulled a big brain move on me. Well, that's not gonna happen again. Low dang zone. Yeah! I think that only killed one of them, though. Alright. That's fine. I don't really need that ammo in there. Where's that head crab out? Ooh, another first aid kit. I'll take that. And then head crab. Look, there he is. He makes an appearance. Can I just actually just... I know I saw him. Oh, yeah. I'm in your floorboards. Can I even... Excuse me, I'm in your floorboards. Okay, so I cannot shoot through the grate, so I'll just go and do it the regular way. By regular way, I mean heavy ordnance, because that's the only way to deal with these guys. Now I have no idea how to throw more than one satchel. I probably can only throw one at a time. But my satchel's over there. Come on. Solve that problem. Okay. Yeah, I thought that I figured out the auto-aim kind of stuff last time, but actually I don't think that I did, because it seems like when the crosshair is within the diamond, it does not actually do any kind of aim assist whatsoever. So then that does raise the question of why is the diamond there? Is it just there to... I don't know. Is it just there to show you that enemies are nearby, or what? Maintain the timeline. If Gordon does not destroy everything in this room, then nothing is going to be right in the world. Whoop. Okay, that didn't do a damn thing. Try and line it up correctly. Alright. Yeah, I know, but they also lost some blood, so it kind of evens out, you know? Yeah, my buckshot's better than yours, asshole. And for the last one. Yeah, think that works. I think they get the point. Okay. Just in case they try and come through there. I know I'm gonna have to go through there, but not right now. And also, I got SMG grenades. So... where you at, boy? There we go. Ah, Barnold. It... I'm not even gonna question that. Alright. So, I know you've got this barricade.
See that shot?
Yeah, I know. I did it. I know you really like this barricade, but I'm gonna have to search it for supplies. And even the floating box, even though that's probably gonna piss off the gods or something. Alright. Alright, my man. Come on.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Let's go get you killed. Yep. Yeah, you deal with that, and I'm gonna get what really matters.
That'll look nice in my trophy room.
Yeah, I'm probably a little bit too liberal with them, but I'm not entirely taking this all that seriously. Plus, also, the way Half-Life kind of plays, you know, it's not necessarily a bad thing to use the, like, grenades and stuff. But, I mean, you do get into scenarios where you wish that you didn't do that, like this scenario here. And also, visual bug. Whoop. Barney, no! Barney, yes. Apparently.
I don't know if we should go any further. This doesn't look right.
Bruh.
Yeah, don't say. They only want me. They don't want anything with Gerald Black Mesa over there. Woo.
Bruh.
Yeah, you just stay over there. I'ma just... there is a... Yeah, Barney's, he's in cahoots with them. He's just working with them. He's just standing there. Hey, Fred. I don't know if we should go any further. This doesn't look right. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, it's just like a, you know, dual barrel emplaced 50 cal. I don't see what the issue is. And I'm probably not going to be able to get this battery. But, yeah, I don't... There has to be, like, some sort of, like, PS2 glitch, I guess. Because I don't think that they will ignore Barney in the PC version. So it has to be some sort of, like, PS2, like, glitch that Gearbox triggered. Okay, he actually cannot see me. He's on. I get it. I get it. Guy's on smoke break. Yeah. Now, unfortunately, I need to do something. I need to ask you a little favor real quick. Could you please yes, thank you. Hey, listen, man, I'm sorry about killing you, buddy, but, like, he was trying to kill me, he had to be stopped. I mean, you know, it is what it is. I forget. Is there, like, a button I need to press around here? Or am I just... Actually, no, I think this is just, like, pretty much specifically just for supplies. Where is trip mine? Yeah, there we go. And yeah, there's nothing down here. Wow, look at that brushwork. You know, I could have also just peeked in and done it like this, but yeah, it's cooler to do it the other way. Does still have the gold source glitch of occasionally you just genuinely are not allowed to jump. Barnold, my man, this would be where we part ways, but
Okay,
I
I'll
think
secure this area.
I think you can live for a little bit longer. Just gotta go back to my tram. Yeah, and you should be fine, my man. Now
Okay,
come on, let's go. Probably not gonna be able to follow me down the tunnel, but at least he's safe. Okay, so how does one get back to tram? Oh yeah, it's yeah, gold source is interesting. I guess it's because like the way that mounted guns work, where like they're coded in such a way that the player can theoretically use them. So uh you can or like so they have to use NPCs or something like that. Not exactly, but how do I get out of this hell of my own creation? There's not a button down there. What really threw me off is just going into that office, and now I can't get back up into the vent, so hopefully I'm not soft locked. Well, like I said, I'm not majorly familiar with on a rail or any of the later sections, but I think this area. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say this area always kind of trips me up because I'm like, well, but how do you open that? Because you have to like press a button, but then no, actually you don't.
I smell an ambush. We'd better be careful.
Let me actually test this. Okay, so no auto aim. No auto aim. So there really is just no auto aim. So then, again, I really do not understand what that diamond is there for. I guess it's just supposed to be as a warning. Alright. Where y'all at? Did they remove... Curious, did they... I doubt that they would have, but... Yeah, yeah, I'm noticing, stream delay might be partially because of the, like, me being on Wi-Fi. Let me see, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think I have it set on Twitch to be, like, regular latency. So that may also be contributing to it. I mean, that, on my end, doesn't seem like that's actually that big of a delay. On my end, doesn't seem like that's actually that big of... Yeah, I'm not gonna let that happen. I forget, I am not as familiar with Twitch's stuff. Okay, stream summary. No. Okay, I think I found it. Maybe. No. Problem is, Twitch's stuff. Okay, yeah, here it is. Never mind. Yeah. So, hopefully that actually doesn't mess with the stream itself, because where I'm streaming over Wi-Fi, I don't know, but seems like OBS is keeping a consistent, like, bit rate, because I set it to variable bit rate, because it seems like constant bit rate just does not work very well. So hopefully the delay is not as bad going forward. Just keep an eye out for the NASA logo. Okay. Comparison time, actually. Because I can't remember what exactly the rocket looks like the textures and stuff, so I'm gonna, because I'm pretty sure that the rocket is a model, so I should be able to just do this. What is the engine? There's the engine from Blast Pit. So I could have swore that it was a model. It may be brushwork. Yeah, good to see. Trying to... Because that... I may... I don't know, because I thought it was a model, but I'm not seeing it here. Ah. Yeah, cause which I did go ahead and set it to low latency to try and cut down on it a little bit. But, you know, it seemed like there was not a major delay on my end, but, like, still, like I said, I had it to normal latency before I figured out the issue of with the constant bitrate being the problem. But yeah, I don't think that the rocket is actually a model. And at this current time, I don't actually have a way to open up the WOD files because I don't have Wally or anything like that. I need to set up a virtual machine or something to be able to use that stuff because I'm pretty sure that Wally is not Linux compatible, which I would imagine Valve would probably work toward making a lot of stuff related to their stuff, like their games and everything, inherently Linux supported because, well, they're pretty much going all in with Linux. So, oh no, that's all right. That's why I was thinking that it might be brushwork, but I wasn't sure because I know there's some things that look like brushwork, and yeah. And speaking of like with the Wally stuff, because the big thing with Wally is because Wally is a .exe, uh, but I have actually been able to get Jack running on Linux, like it opens no problem, but I'm not sure that it can. I haven't actually messed around with it, but I'm not sure that it can compile maps because it requires like the different different exe files for the different compiling processes. And just, let's see. Not really finding a good picture of the rocket. Let's see. Might be better on Combine Over Wiki. Yeah, there we go. Get the full-on texture right here. Ah. Okay, alright. Yeah, because I know that just kind of threw me off when I saw when I opened up Jack and then it asked for the exe files, and I was kind of like, I just kind of thought, well, I might be a little shit out of luck, but yeah, because I didn't quite know how that worked, if it would still be able to utilize those under Linux or not, but which I really do need to get around to that. I really do need to like get around to setting up stuff for Sans Mind, but part of that is I need to figure out why Times of Trouble does not run on Linux. Like Half-Life runs on Linux, but Times of Troubles does not run on Linux, and I have no idea why. Like it boots, but then it anytime that I try to go into a map, it just immediately, like, it just stays on the menu, like that it can't get to the map. So, there's the rocket. Got the, you know, NASA logo right there. Kind of getting a little distracted from the entire point of this side quest. But let's keep an eye on it here. So, should be down here, looks like. So let's look for it. Where are these assholes at? Oh. Hi. Oh, no, sorry. I meant to say... Salutations, good sir. Sorry, I forgot. I forgot that they speak different languages. Yeah. Which, I mean, it could also be something to do with the map stuff, but... let's see here. So... Looks like... They do... Yeah! Yeah, they do! Yeah, because I wasn't sure, because I thought that, I thought I had heard something about, like, the PS2 version or something had removed the NASA logo because of, like, copyrights, or, like, NASA got upset or something like that. Which, I mean, I don't know. I mean, obviously that's not true, because there it is. But, yeah, I do need to work on getting Times of Trouble working, but that's just one of the many things that I need to do for episode 10, because I need to actually, once I get Jack set up and everything, then go ahead and finish the episode 10 map edit stuff, which the hardest part is going to be getting, like, setting up the scene with Gary, but I think probably the way I'm probably going to handle that is, because I need to learn it anyway, I'm just going to do some custom animations in Blender and use that, because it seems like using the certain, like, scientist animations in it, like, it just won't cooperate, because I guess, like, the flinch animations are probably, like, tied to specifically damage, so it won't allow those animations to play if they're not getting hit. So yeah, because yeah, I know, because I mean, on one hand, I don't see why they would remove it for an international release, because, like, the game is clearly set in the United States. It is stated, you know, it's well known within the lore that Black Mesa is in New Mexico. But, you know, so, unless, or, like, imagine them, like, releasing it in Europe and then going, well, no, we're going to replace it with the ESA logo. But, or the revision kind of stuff. I mean, yeah, I have thought about, doing, the, like, 3D animated, hands, because, like, the stuff that you posted in Discord, those are, they look great, and I'm amazed at how well it actually does seamlessly blend in to the gameplay. But I feel like to a certain extent, I guess it's probably just, I don't know, some sort of sentimentality or something, but I'm just kind of, there's something about like the more jank kind of vibe of Sans Mine where it's like, yeah, it's just PNGs being keyframed around. That I guess I kind of like, but fully 3D animated hands would be better because it would solve some problems that I've had in the past, like in episode 9, trying to figure out how to use 2D PNGs with keyframes in Vegas Pro to make Jack dig around in a backpack. And luckily, Brutal Half-Life has a backpack model as part of the HECU jibs. But I need to actually, I haven't been checking out, like, you know, watching like any like Redgrave stuff or anything, but I really do need to check it out because, I mean, yeah. Oh God! Oh God! I'm back in,
Bruh.
back in Vietnam. Back in Vietnam talking about Sans Mine. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I will admit, you know, I have done a fairly good job with the PNG stuff because I'm just basically doing perspective and aspect ratio trickery to like warp and stretch the hands to make it kind of look like that they're changing perspective. And okay, hold that thought for a minute. Physics. Man, it's like, I fucking stopped watching after the 2016 remake. How dare you still be doing this shit? Sod mine bad. Oh, at least it stops. Whoop. No, no, you can keep that. It's you know, physics were crazy in 1998. You know, it's crazy. You had to be there. So there's 3 of them, and come on. Okay. This SMG is 100% useless. Especially when you have this, and you can just do that. Yeah. Heal. Oh God! Motherfucker! Everybody is an asshole, and I don't like this constructive criticism. Okay. Yeah, I believe this is, yeah, I got my new tram over there. How does fragmentation work? Okay, I heard a bunch of hedge crabs. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Yeah, make sure your gun is loaded and chambered. Turn the fucking safety off before you're ready to shoot Gordon Freeman. Bunch of privates or something. Just like that. We out of here. I guess I could. I don't know, cause I haven't saved in a little bit. I don't know. Let me see, cause I know this area. I'm pretty sure there's a some soldiers that come through, but yeah, I'll probably just do this because I can walk along the sides here. And it's better than just riding right into a rocket launcher like I did previously. Okay. You know, another thing, honestly, that I'm kind of thinking about with Sans Mine is, I need to figure out if there's some way to get reshade on Linux, because I was really kind of looking forward to the, like, enhanced visuals that I was going to have in episode 10 with, like, you know, slightly better looking lighting just with HDR stuff added with reshade, and it actually looked pretty good. But I don't know. I mean, I think I've seen stuff. I haven't really looked a whole lot into it, but I think I've seen stuff like maybe reshade is possible on Linux, but it's like a workaround. It's just very weird. Where's the... Oh yeah, I forgot. Mounted guns up there. Well, you know, I do kind of want the health, so... Let's just slip in under the radar here. And slip out of the radar. And that didn't do a damn thing. How? I don't understand how that happens. And I could hop on the 50 cal. But I'm doing it the Dirty Harry way. Come on. Let me see. I might be able to cheese this. Whoop. Well, there's a first aid kit over there, but I'm going for the bread and butter. Whoop. Okay. Can I... Yeah, it works. Yeah. I'll just grab that first aid kit on the way down, or the way back. Oh, God! Okay, you know what? Because you're an asshole, you have to be dealt with. What you gonna do, man? What you gonna do? You ever seen the movie Dirty Harry by chance? Cool. Huh. And what we got in here? Is there even anything take it? Probably not. Because I bet that these boxes are just here to act as cover. Yeah. Well, at least I got that. And before I go, you gotta do it. Huh. Well, and I don't have a satchel charge. So that's unfortunate. Well, thank you, Valve. They understood the assignment. They're like, yeah, people are probably not going to have satchel charges at this point, so we're going to just go ahead and give them satchel charges. So that didn't work. Okay. Let's try this again. Because I know you have to be very specific with it. That is the stupidest shit that I've ever seen. Because it is just not going through the hole. You know? I'm gonna actually ignore this stuff actually, and I'll just grab this. Yeah, that's why I was thinking. I'll just kind of do this, and then how? How does that? Okay. Yeah, I was thinking he was gonna be able to shoot at me. Because fuck me in particular. Also, I absolutely despise Gold Source's literal inability to jump on small platforms. Because literally, if you are on a small enough platform, then Gold Source just will not allow you to jump. It's just and 3, 2, yeah. And don't worry about it. You know, you're not like backseat gaming or anything like that. Because I mean, that's basically exactly what I was thinking. That's kind of why I reloaded the save. Because I was kind of like, well, that didn't work, and then just immediately, why not just send the elevator up, you dumbass? And here we go. And it worked, because Gordon Freeman has at least a 5th grade intelligence. Let's creep on over here. And get them grenades. And let's give this guy a little surprise. Merry Christmas! Yeah, don't thank me. Don't thank me later. Okay. So, alright. Literally no point to going back down there. We must only be going up. Because up is the way to salvation. Okay. Let's avoid it. Oh, okay, yeah, we'll just tank it. We'll just tank them hits. Make sure I'm far enough away, because it seems like these trip mines have a habit of dealing way too much damage. Or, like, not way too much damage, but, like, dealing damage when you're 3 area codes away. Now, here is a baffling part of Half-Life. Really, guys? The hell was your plan?
Bruh.
I mean, they popped out and thought they were gonna be all cool, and then they just... SMH my head. Yep. Now I got enough grenades to take on the world. Or at least the facility. Okay. The Vaporwave Zone. I got it. Don't need to tell me twice. I know exactly what needs to be done here. And I shall do it. I don't know if this is gonna get, like, content ID'd or anything. Cause I think that this is, like, a remix of an actual song. But let's just stay in the Vaporwave Zone for a little bit. Welcome to 2019, y'all. Getting a little loud. Anyway. Alright. Oh, I didn't even notice this man because he's just a jumble of pixels. Hello, hold on. Let me just get the trajectory right. And... Sorry, I meant to... There we go, that's what I meant to do. You know, my mistake, your fault. I want to fire the rockets. More explosive. Yeah, which I mean, obviously, I know that Twitch has like a DMCA policy similar to YouTube. But, the thing is, I just don't know if Macintosh Plus is, like, content ID or anything like that, because, like I said, I'm pretty sure that it's based, like, it's a remix of an actual pre-existing song. It may not be, but it really does feel like that it's like a remix of an actual song. And so it may pick that up. And plus, also, I mean, it considered my previous, like the outro music that I use, that royalty-free lo-fi hip-hop. It flagged exactly one instance of it being content ID, and it was like at the beginning of, I think, the first Silent Hill 3 stream. But then it didn't flag it anytime else in the stream. So I don't know if it was like a false positive or what, but I just went ahead and changed it to just to kind of ensure, which I have no way of knowing if we'll get content ID'd or anything either, because just because something says royalty free does not mean that it actually is royalty free, because it may actually just, they may have just said that. And also stuff like I can't use a lot of epidemic sound music because I no longer have a license, because of the whole hack nonsense. But I've kind of moved away from using epidemic sound stuff anyway, so. Oh, cool. It's falling apart. Well, this place sucks. Yeah, yeah, I didn't notice. Which luckily, having a chat overlay in the stream makes it easier for me to kind of notice when a new chat message comes through, because I can see it out of my peripheral vision. But actually, I didn't notice that, because just getting so focused on the game. Cool. So, does that happen in the original? The problem with this is it makes me question everything that happens in the original, but I'm pretty sure that it does. Let me just... Whoop. And that didn't trigger these assholes. But... Ah. Headcrab zombies. I understand. Dealt with that like a professional. And I got grenades, my beloved. Okay, so yeah. That's why I was thinking that it was a change, but that's why I was saying, like, this is just making me question and, like, second guess so many different things of the PC version, because I'm not extremely familiar with the PC version. I mean, really the only time that I've played through the PC version is back during the Road to Half-Life Alyx streams. But I was thinking, like, I don't think that falls, but it just shows, like, Gearbox added a lot of stuff to the port, so it's not just Half-Life 1 on the PS2. It's Gearbox's Half-Life 1 on the PS2. Yeah, Target! Whoop! Now, Let me try and get this just right. That didn't work. Okay, so getting the arc right is very difficult. Yeah, it is I mean, maybe it might have been something, like maybe they couldn't fit it on the disc or something. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, which they could have just done like a, separate release, or they could have just, I don't know how much space Decay takes up, but they could have also maybe put Opposing Force in the place of Decay, but I don't know if that's actually comparable.
Automatic medical systems engaged.
Okay, so I killed the guy. And now I need some help. Come on, asshole. Come on! Yeah, he didn't even get a shot off. Turn off the damn music! Why did y'all have, like, a can of compressed air running your radios? That doesn't make a single bit of sense. That doesn't make a damn bit of sense. Ah. Yeah. This part. Yeah, I may check out some of that stuff. Because I mean, I don't know if I'll necessarily just stream, like, PS1, PS2 kind of stuff, but that's probably going to be a majority of what I'm going to be streaming, because, well, I've got DuckStation and PCSX too, and it's kind of just an excuse to play these games, but also be streaming, so instead of just me sitting around and basically wasting time playing the games, I'm productive, I'm being productive, kinda. Hey guys. Goodbye. Ah, fucking assholes. How dare you be upset that your friends died? You are horrible excuses for human beings. I, the man who killed your friends, is the hero. Half-Life is so morally ambiguous. Let's kinda slip around here. Let's get this guy where he don't even know where I is. I see your gun muzzle, you dumbass. Idiot. Maybe next time don't hide behind a very clearly fake bush. Oh yeah, Crash Twinsanity is... well, Crash Bandicoot in general, it's a great game series. But Crash Twinsanity is interesting with the music, because, like, the fact that every bit of it is genuinely all a cappella. There is not a single instrument in that entire game. Anything that sounds like instruments is just the vocalists. And, like, that is so crazy. I mean, like, just... Hell, I may end up streaming that when I get done with Half-Life 1.
Technical
Yeah, yeah, there is a little glitch there that, because it seems like, I mean, I don't think that I've got, like, widescreen or anything enabled. Maybe I do. No, I got mip mapping. I'm playing it at, you know, native resolution, but, what is the aspect ratio? Ah, yeah, I see what it is, yeah, because I do have it set to 1609. That is so depressing. Because what the fuck? That's some, like, Nintendo behavior. I forget who even made Twinsanity. Was it like Activision? Yeah, the spiral mouth session stuff. So if it's actually content ID, then that's fucking ridiculous. That is genuinely, like, I like, whoever, if that's like the band or whatever that's like being like, no, that is ours. That is ours. You cannot listen to that without paying us royalties. Fuck you. I mean, I may not be the case at all, but anytime anything like that, it's like, fucking content ID. Fuck content ID. It's just another way for companies to keep an iron grip on their stuff, like determining how people can actually enjoy their intellectual property. Okay, yeah, I couldn't remember if it was Activision or Traveler's Tales, because I know it was actually, yeah, it kind of makes sense, because it was around that Traveler's Tales era. But, you know, I don't know a whole lot about Activision, but it seems like Activision is, especially when it comes to the Crash Bandicoot stuff, stupidly protective over the game series. Like, I'm surprised that it's actually gotten recent games, and you know, It's About Time is actually, it is a pretty good game. It plays just the same as Warped, but for a while I thought it was like, because I'm pretty sure at one point they were kind of like approached about buying the Crash Bandicoot IP back when nothing was being done with it, and they were just like, no, we are going to continue to do nothing with it, and you're gonna like it. It's kind of like Konami, but Konami's even kind of shifting away from that with, like, instead of, no, Silent Hill is our IP to do nothing with, they're actually trying. Silent Hill 2 remake, and then there's a Silent Hill 1 remake that I'm actually looking forward to, because I'm curious how they're gonna redo it since it was a PS1 game. No, I don't want to play that game. Alright. So. Load, and I'll just do it again. Do it again. I don't like that. Okay, this man is Suddenly a crack shot. How? Okay, there we go. Yeah, I've not, I've not messed around with a lot of speed running stuff anyway, but I've actually not even played Crash Bandicoot 1. I played Crash 2 and Crash 3, but I never got around to playing Crash 1. I actually had an opportunity to play it in middle school, because a kid genuinely, like in gym class, just kind of asked me if I wanted to buy a like bootleg copy of Crash Bandicoot 1 for the PlayStation 1, and I think actually he wasn't selling it. He was just like, "Hey man, I've got this burned copy of Crash 1. Do you want it?" And I thought about it, but then I was just like, "Well, I don't know. I don't know what Crash 1 is. I think I'm just gonna pass on that." And yeah, so I never really played it. But, I mean, I do have the game with the duck station. So.
Bruh.
Wanted to make sure that the Stream Deck was still working, because I saw it kind of flash there, flicker. You guys aren't gonna, like, do your speech? Cool, that's fine by me. Okay. No, grab, first aid. I will teach you who Freeman is. That's exactly who Freeman is. But anyway, let's see this chat message. Crash 1's always my favorite. Yeah, I can kind of see, because... Yeah, I mean, I can kind of see, like, the more... Because, I mean, it's impressive how, like, how expressive, I guess, they made Crash on the PS1, because they didn't use bone animation or anything. They used vertex animation. So they were able to get a more cartoony look by just manipulating the vertexes of his model. And that is it's actually pretty interesting. I guess that was probably pretty common in the PS1 era, but it really works, because, like, you don't see that level of, like, cartoony expressiveness or anything on the N64 with any of Rare's stuff. They still look cartoony, but they don't have that same expressive look that Crash Bandicoot does. And so Naughty Dog definitely did a pretty good job at making it expressive. Let's do this correctly. Instead of just running out and alerting them to my presence, okay. And looks like that took down all of them. Oh yeah, I mean, because, well, I don't know of a whole lot of, like, pre-Half-Life games that had, like, bone animation. But, because I know, like, the Resident Evil games and the Silent Hill game, well, Silent Hill 1 on PS1, I mean, yeah, which, when you compare Quake to Half-Life, you can see there's Valve did a lot of modifications on the Quake engine, because if you try and port the gold source skeletal animations into the Quake engine, then the NPCs work, but they're really wobbly, because Quake kind of had that wobbly kind of look to the NPCs and the enemies, because I guess it had some sort of, not necessarily vertex snapping like PS1, but just like a weird kind of wobbly kind of, I don't really know the technical reasoning behind it, but now I'm pretty sure that this is a bad idea, but let's do it. Okay, that didn't do anything. I'm pretty sure this is a bad idea, so let's do it. Okay, that's literally just not doing anything, so actually what I just need to do is this. I can't do it the Freeman's Mind way. I don't have access to NoClip. Get up on here. Yeah. And let's listen to this here. Quite possibly the only instance in the entire game of the HECU questioning their orders. I don't think they really question them a whole lot in Black Mesa, but I really like how human they made them in Black Mesa, because in Half-Life, they are just robots. But from the very beginning in Black Mesa, they make the HECU feel like that they're not killing machines, they're people that are having to do stuff that they really don't want to do. Because that whole sequence of like, I killed 12 dumbass scientists and not one of them fought back. This sucks. In Black Mesa, it's, I've killed 12 of these dumbass scientists and not one has fought back. This sucks. And then, as the two are going to leave, the guy that says that turns to look back at the scientist and then has to be told by the other soldier, hey, come on, let's go. Implying that that soldier is saying it not in the sense of, man, this is bullshit. I was expecting to get shot at. But instead being like, I trained to be shot at, not kill civilians. What the hell? Oh, hi. Yes, cool. Y'all should have actually questioned your orders before you got shipped out, but I'm sure that was probably not really an option that you had, but still, it's your fault. Everything that happened after Half-Life 1 is specifically these guys' fault. I mean, if they had just called in sick, 7 Hour War wouldn't have never happened. Let's get a good look at this. The Black Mesa logo. There's the Asen logo. NASA logo. Something. Yeah, I mean, I know, that may be kind of me adding meaning to maybe, to something that Crowbar Collective might not have intended with that scene. Like, they may have just tried to be, like, make it more realistic. But the fact that, like, the guy, he's got a different tone and cadence with how he talks, and the fact that he specifically turns to look back at the dead scientist and has to be basically urged by his buddy, hey, come on, let's go, really makes it feel like the guy was just like, what the fuck am I doing? You know, and then you have it a little bit later with a similar, you know, just like that little interaction there of them questioning their orders. But in general, Black Mesa just does a really good job of making the HECU feel like human beings. Because I love the transmissions, like the radio transmissions that you can hear throughout the game. Like Echo 3 Juliet and everything, they're great because they really help with world building to show that Gordon's not the only one having trouble. The Marines have it arguably worse. Like, and then they have like the set pieces with Forget About Freeman, where like you see the Ospreys retreating and fighter jets trying to give them covering fire as they're retreating, and they did a really good job with that. And that is like a big inspiration for Sans Mind, because I would really, and I do plan to actually have that kind of stuff in Sans Mind going forward, just showing that the soldiers are humans. And I mean, I kind of I did that in, I think, episode 7, when Jack held the soldier at gunpoint and demanded that he basically called the, hunt for Black Mesa personnel, off, but it didn't work all that well. Because it didn't feel very realistic. But I mean, it's kind of a little bit of that, because I just want Black Mesa to feel lived in. You know, I don't want it to feel like a video game location. I want it to feel like a real place with real people. And that's part of the reason that I decided from the very beginning to have occasional custom NPCs with completely unique textures to make it look like, you know, you've never seen this NPC before, because this is a unique person that Gordon just never came across. I'll probably try that, actually, if I can. I kind of just got distracted and didn't jump off of the rail, or jump off the tram. Down Ladder. You know, I'm realizing one thing that's actually probably gonna be a big problem for me is the assassins, because I already struggle with the assassins on PC, and having the analog stick, it's a little bit harder to aim, so I might have a bit of an issue with that whole section. Hi. Whoa. Well, yeah. I mean, I tried. Oh, well. Somebody needs to dump some disinfectant in this water to kill all these leeches. I mean, are these even actually from Zen, or are they just infest the area? Now, I know that that's actually in the PC version. Yeah, the assassins are gonna be fun. But should be able to get through it. On guard. I said... Okay, you know what? Actually, you don't seem too interested in me, so... I'm just gonna do this. Gave the man a concussion.
25%.
I think I'm in a good place to save. Alright, so I think actually I need to go... I think I need to go over on the other side over there. Maybe? I don't think so. I can't remember if it's either that or jumping over the wall. Oh. Get back up on there. Okay, no. Door. Yes. So, ladder is broken. Don't need any shells. Okay, so over the wall it is. It's just faster. You get some R. No! Uchi Aoi! My blood, it is not good. It's filled with weird shit. I mean, not quite toxic waste yet, but just wait. Okay. Oh. Okay, alright, yeah. Crossbow time. Oh my god! Oh my god! Anyway.
Did you see it? They said it was called from the Challenger Deep, but I'm positive that beast never swam in terrestrial waters until a week ago. There's a tranquilizer in the shark. I'm not sure if it left this species.
We can always try, you know, and if all else fails, then, you know, I can always just do that. And let's deal with you, my man. Okay, there we go. Got it. What? I didn't actually even notice. But, could be, I mean, seems like there is some, like, audio shenanigans that are kind of going on with it, like, more compression on the voice lines, and they may have even messed up the pitch a little bit. Slip under. Yeah. Cool. So, I don't think that's really gonna work, but we can try it. I don't think that actually worked, because I think that just completely despawned the satchel. So we'll just do it this way. And that's how we do it. I mean, that's alright. Because I'm thinking, I know I could probably go on for a little bit longer, but let me see what time it is. I mean, probably go on for a little bit longer, but I'll probably end the stream here soon, because it seems like my kind of average of like the amount of time that I kind of want to stream for is about 2 to 3 hours, so yeah, I probably won't be streaming for too much longer. Probably after I get through this section, I'll probably do it. So let's do this. Run in Jumperino. The piston controls. I'm sorry, how? What? Okay. Yeah, so the PS4, I guess that's where these, like, little fins on the PS4 controller, make it a little bit more sensitive than, like, a actual PS1 controller would be. No, I'm not gonna save until I actually do this. The G-Man, oh my god! I love it. Targets him as a hostile. Interesting. I mean, I guess that tells us all we need to know about the G-Man. Oh, had it. Okay, allow me to retort. Yeah. there anything... Ah, crossbow. Now how do I... Ah, there we go. Yeah. Now let's save. And... Whoop! Come on. Whoop! No. What? What? Huh. Yeah. I don't even need those satchels. Okay. Cool. Okay, here's the iconic scene. We gotta recreate it. I said we gotta recreate it. .404, 504. Someone shot the server. You get Freeman's mind. Okay, now let's do this from the top. I probably need to go through that door. Now let's do the Amazon special. This is exactly what happened when Amazon servers went down and Cloudflare servers went down. You know, every single time that you have like a big server outage like that, it's just because somebody's throwing grenades around in the server room. It's a real big problem, you know. Everybody letting those people out in Silicon Valley have grenades.
Gordon Freeman, it is you, isn't it? The science team has been tracking your progress with the Black Mesa security system. Unfortunately, so is the military. That suit of yours is full of tracking devices. Still, it's better than going naked in this race. It's cold there, and you'll have to hurry. It could sap your soul in a matter of moments. If you're bent on reaching the Lambda complex, then you'll want to keep to the older industrial areas.
I can't draw anymore! Well then. Yeah, you can't open door. I said open door. Open door. Yeah. Alright. And I bid you adieu. Do I have to kill these people? No, but if I don't, then who will? I mean, the military? Maybe, but I don't want to let them have all the fun. So it's interesting that the Vortigaunts can actually withstand, like, cold temperatures like that. How? Okay. Let's try that from the top. Okay, boy. Come on. Now we gotta make some real big problems. Don't mind me, just bringing down some Google servers. Oh. And just for good measure, we're gonna remove all of our sensitive data. This is how the CIA shreds important files. Genuinely, I mean, yeah. Basically, like, if you got important files on like a hard drive or anything like that, and you want to ensure nobody can get to it, you basically do have to not necessarily shred it, but you have to just destroy it. Because data can always be recovered. As long as the drive is intact anyway.
Been tracking your progress with the Black Mesa security system. Unfortunately, so is the military. That super village is full of tracking devices. Still, it's better than going
I
naked
wonder.
in your place. It's cold in there. You'll have to hurry.
I wonder if I can sneak around, creep around the assassins, and trigger the apprehension stuff.
Where the security system is full of holes. It's worked for me so far.
Well, you got lucky this time. I'm gonna let you go. Because I really just can't be bothered. Imagine Jack going through an area like this, like, oh my god, this is so, why is it so fucking cold? It's cold because Black Mesa. Hey, come this way. Come check it out. It's fun. Come check it out. Come check it out. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun this way. We humans have a very strange definition of fun, but you will get to understand the definition. I guarantee it. We have a very peculiar culture. But it's like baseball. Who? Huh? Okay, alright. Literally did nothing. Yeah, I'm gonna try. I may not be able to cheese my way by them, because I don't know if, I mean, because Half-Life is not necessarily based on triggers, like you have to defeat this enemy before you can continue on. You can just go and trigger another trigger, so I can just run away from them. So I can I should just be able to do this. Wrong door. That's my bad. Because it's actually over here. You actually have to do this. Forgot about that. Luckily, they don't know how to climb ramps. So I'm safe up here. Also, I'm pretty sure, isn't there like a helicopter there in the PC version? Or maybe I'm thinking of like an enhanced version or something, or like Half-Life Extended.
Nice hit. Alright, we got him.
It's a nice thing about Half-Life. You don't have to fight the enemies. You can just go trigger the next event, the next scripted sequence. If you kind of have an understanding of Gold Source and everything, then it's like, I don't have to play by y'all's rules. I can make up my own rules. Cool. Gotta do the bit. Who would throw away a perfectly good chair? We gotta get this chair out of here. I can't remember the full Family Guy bit, because it's been a hot minute since I've seen that, but yeah, I couldn't remember it, because I feel like I have seen like a screenshot of that area of apprehension having like a helicopter on the platform, but like I said, it may have been like Half-Life Extended or something like that. Also, let's see if this is still... Why? I mean, obviously, engine limitations, but still, it's just very interesting. Like, Gordon was never in any danger. He could just hop on the top of it and then control it. Like, he just... And then he just suddenly has control of, like, the trash compactor's soul. Oh. Luckily, these pipes are very soft. Oh my god! Oh my god, that was a crazy night in Vegas. And I will say, yes, this area is definitely, they picked a different texture. I mean, I'm pretty sure this texture is in the WOD file, like the texture files. But, you know, they have the more, in the PC version, they use the pink rock texture. But here, it's actually a better looking rock texture. So, I kind of like this. Oh, head crab. What are you doing, my man? Okay, I need to... Because this is not... I mean, yeah, it's odd when you're, like, used to the pink rock texture, but it looks better. Gearbox just, like, they picked a better texture. I know this texture is in the texture files, but I think, like, it's a beta texture or an alpha texture that they were going to use, but then they went with the pink texture instead. Is there any I cannot get over there, I don't think. Oh! Simple problem requires simple soluciones. I'd say I'll probably, once I get into residue processing proper, I'll probably go ahead and end the stream. Get him, Barney! Barnold! My man, where are you going? Alright, I guess he had some laundry to do. Oh no! Barnold! No, Barnold! Barnold, no! Barney, no! Anyway, so, yeah, think, yeah, it's weird, it's like, it's a higher resolution, it may be kind of a higher, it may just be because it kind of, it looks high resolution, but like, this is a PS2 we're talking about. I mean, yes, the PS2, like, it, I mean, get the references. I don't have a fat PS2 laying around. I mean, I do have a fat PS2, but it's, you know, in storage. It also doesn't work. But, like, you're going to have a higher resolution image on this as opposed to this. Because, I mean, for one, just the fact that, like, this can do games that look way better than this. And the PS1 Slim isn't even that slim. Like, I think it's, I want to say the PS1 Slim is maybe about that thick. I don't know, because it's about like half the thickness of the PS1. Because I remember I had a PS1 Slim as a kid. It's actually called a PS1, instead of, you know, just. Oh yeah, this one just came with it because I don't. This is actually one that I bought at a local game store where I got the Genesis at, but find it here. NES. Can't see my feet. Where the hell? Where did I put this? This place is all a mess. But yeah, which this one definitely, it feels like, I'm fairly certain this is like a bootleg, like, third-party memory card from the 90s, because it has that look of, like, 90s. It's got that, like, 90s plastic, because here's a more, like, recent, you know, modern, like, third-party memory card. Because I don't actually have any official memory cards for the PS1. I used to, but I don't have them anymore. But, like, you can kind of see the, like, the color difference, and there's, like, you can't really tell necessarily on camera, but, like, it's just a different kind of build quality. It's like, because this is pretty smooth, but then this kind of has a little bit of a roughness to it, and it, you know, it's definitely gotten use, because, like, that label is kind of faded. However, while I don't have actual, you know, official PS1 memory cards, where did I put them at? I don't know. I'm not the most organized. But, I mean, you know, I thought I had, because I do know I have some official, like, black memory cards laying around that I bought specifically on Amazon, because, like, yeah, I mean, these work fine, but I just wanted an official one just to have it. But I do still have, you know, also, like, I have exactly one memory card left over from my childhood. And, yeah, it still works. And it's got a lot of save files from, like, 2009, 2010, somewhere around there. Yeah, I don't really know. I mean, I could maybe see it. Maybe using like Flash. Because I don't know. Because I mean, it just performance brand. QC passed, so that's good. But yeah, I would like to have some official PS1 memory cards, but the thing is, like, even though I do have this actual hardware, considering I'm just emulating the stuff, it's kind of not necessary to have actual memory cards and stuff. But sometimes I just want to, hook it up to the old CRT here. I mean, can't really see it very well. Yeah, you can't really see that very well. But let me see if I can try and show it a little bit better. Yeah, there we go. That works. Little CRT. Just ignore the Taco Bell. I make a few runs for the border sometimes. Don't worry about it. But there's my DAS there. And TV still works. Pop it in, and I don't know if the Genesis is turned on or plugged in. Yeah, I don't think that it's plugged in. But yeah, TV works. The Sanyo, Mortal Kombat. And that's also one, shout out to Mad Cats. But that's also one from my childhood that actually used to be the Wii TV. And then it just kind of became mine when I ended up moving back down here. I did actually have originally a big CRT that was like from one of my mama's, but it had so much trouble with like the power. It would you'd turn it off and then it would just turn itself back on, and the buttons didn't quite work. I know my parents still have it. They have it because they don't really throw much away. But I don't actually know what the resolution is for this one here, but it's pretty good. I don't really have anything hooked up to it right now because, like I said, I've got the Genesis hooked up to it, but I don't have it to power. And plus, I need to actually get around to trying to clean these cartridges because I'm fairly certain that the cartridges are the problem, because the Genesis itself worked at the store, but neither one of the cartridges will boot, so but I just wanted to kind of try that out, because I've I've only messed with a Genesis once, and that was when I was probably 5 or 6, and happened to go over to a friend's house who had a Genesis and Sonic the Hedgehog. And that's literally, before now, the only time that I've ever had any kind of exposure to Sega Genesis. But I've just been kind of accumulating different retro stuff, because like this, not this necessarily, I mean, not this one here, but the PlayStation 1 was my first, my introduction to video games. And I do still actually have the original PlayStation 1 that I played as a kid. It's somewhere in there. I don't quite know where it is. I'll have to probably dig it out or something. But it doesn't, I don't think that it works anymore. But I mean, just a nice little keepsake to have of like, you know, this is genuinely, oh my god, and look what's inside it. Anyway, I completely forgot about that. But it's a nice little thing to have of just being like, oh yeah, you know, I've still got the very first console, that I ever played, you know, and I also have not the, it's either the first or second PS2 that I had as a kid, because I'm pretty sure, I think it's the second, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the second one, because the first one gave it to my uncle, because basically power supply went bad in it, and he offered to try and fix it, and I don't really know if he managed to fix it, but he basically, I think like he got a replacement, and then was like, hey, I'll take that so I can kind of tinker with it. But then the one that he got, eventually the power supply gave out on it because it doesn't actually power on. And then, you know, I bought this one. I mean, yeah, because I think, because, yeah, I would say probably what it is probably just, either the laser or, I don't know, because I haven't actually really tried to boot it up to see if it even turns on, but I'm pretty sure that it actually does power on. But yeah, I think, let's see here. I probably can't see it there, but yeah, it looks like Phillips head in here. I don't know if you can really, yeah, you can't really, because the way the key lights are. But luckily, if I do need to take this apart, that is a very useful little thing if you're like messing with a lot of electronics, and you know, little things where you need like a little screwdriver kit. It's not even really just for electronics. It's, you know, it is, I know iFixit is like a tech focused kind of brand, but it works pretty well. I should probably look into like getting one of Linus's screwdrivers, but I mean, this works well. You know, it's not quite like ratcheting, but it does have like a, you know, spinning little end on it, so it makes it a little bit easier to turn it, because you can just do it like that. And, you know, it's basically my go-to for any time that I'm messing with anything in this computer here. But, huh. So I guess, with that rambling stuff over, so we go ahead and start ending it. But, yeah, I mean, I really should see if I can get it working. Just, I mean, even though I've got a functional PS1, but it'd be nice to actually have the childhood PS1 functional, and maybe I could fix the PS2 power supply, because I would like to have a fat PS2, because while, yeah, this takes up less space and it's more convenient and everything, I just like the look and the form factor of the fat PS2, because it's massive. But yeah, I don't know about PS1 modding stuff, but from what I've seen, because I know I've watched the Bringus Studios video where he modded a PS2, and it really looks like that they are not designed to be taken apart once they are assembled, because he kind of had a little bit of difficulty unplugging some of the wires and ribbon cables and stuff, because the way that Sony had put them in the console, it just didn't, it was just like very difficult to get to. But so I guess I'll go ahead and drop it on. I mean, I could probably just show this here, just the games that I have for, let me get it up, show like the general look currently of what games I could stream in the future. Wait, did it? Huh? Oh, okay, yeah, I was about to say, can you only have one open at one time? But, for PS1, I don't have cover art for, that's the wrong one, but I don't have cover art for some of the games, but, you know, and this here, it's a mix of genuine games that I own and games that I've downloaded from Vim's Lair, but like, who the fuck is actually going to complain about PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2 piracy? I mean, yeah, it's like, oh, but Sony wanted to re-release those as digital downloads. No. I mean, no. If you do that, yeah, fine, whatever. Because, I mean, you know, I did have, like, on my old PS3, I had a, digital download version of Silent Hill, and I think Resident Evil 3 and Dino Crisis. I think I had Parasite Eve 2, or, well, you know, Parasite Eve 1, but, like, but, yeah, there is literally, you are not hurting anybody by doing this. Emulation does not hurt people. Especially PS1, PS2. Once you get into like PS3 and stuff, then it's a little, I don't know, it feels a little shaky. I know the PS3 is like, what, close to 20 years old at this point? Like what, 2006, 2007? But still, yeah, it's still kind of like, I don't know, because it just signaled an entire different, like an entire shift in console gaming. But then I've also got for PS2. And yet again, there's a lot of, you know, mix of stuff that I own and stuff from Vim's Lair, but like a majority of it is actually stuff that I've ripped myself. Either childhood stuff or stuff that I've just bought at like the local game store. But, and yeah, I know like the PS3 is not new at this point. Like I said, it's, you know, it's almost 20 years old. But it's just something about, because where the PS3 was the first PlayStation to have like a home screen, and it wasn't just, oh, you boot it up and maybe you get like a little system diagnostic kind of thing, or like, oh, you can look through your memory card. But then PS3, it's like, oh, do you want to save pictures on here? Oh, do you want to connect to the Wi-Fi? Oh, okay. Do you want to go on the PlayStation Store and download some games? You know, and it's just complete shift. And then PS4 and everything. Honestly, that's kind of where Sony lost me, because I was all for the PS1, PS2, and then I do like PS3 games. There's a lot of PS3 games that I do like, but just the vibe of it, where it just shifted to being more, I guess, Xbox Live-esque, just kind of felt weird, and that's actually, the PS3 is one of the main reasons that my papa stopped playing video games, because, like, I mean, he got me into video games, like the PS1 that I have over in that closet, is actually his, but, well, I mean, I basically, I think, was going through the attic a couple years ago, and found it, because I think I was doing, like, a video up there, and then I found it, and obviously they wouldn't have a problem with me taking it, because, you know, my mama and papa obviously wouldn't have a problem with me taking it, because they're not going to do anything with it. But yeah, I think with the PS4, cause like, here's like PS2 selection. This is literally nothing but PS2. And then this is a little cluttered, and this is not all PS3, but it's mostly, you know, I got some SNES games, but there is way less games in this compared to that, because yeah, the PS2 was pretty much my bread and butter when I was a kid. I mean, you know, I played PS2, I mean PS1, but PS2 is probably what I played the most, because, like, I mean, you know, childhood. Oh, that's a good one. A lot of memories with friends with that one. So this kind of just turned into me being like, "Hey, look at all the retro games I have." But you know, I just like retro games, because I mean, it was just easier. You know, is optical media the best? Like, yeah, Time Splitters is great, but like, is optical media the best? Not really, because stuff like BitRot. But there's just something nice about being able to just, like, oh, I feel like playing a game, so I'm just going to pop this, take that, and we're gaming, boys. And yes, that is Call of Duty 3. It's a very this is honestly a very odd case, because put that back in there. What was the Jam Pack Volume 15 there? But it is the NTSC version, but it's got the PAL side on it. I mean, you can't really see it. I know that's like, it's already kind of defocused. But the thing is, it's actually not even really that defocused, because, like, I don't know if I can get it to really focus on it, but let's get a light on it. But let me try and increase the focus here. Maybe I can do autofocus. Yeah, okay, there we go. So you can see it's not the focus on the camera, because another thing, you know, it's like, oh, it's the PAL version. Let me try and get the autofocus to do this. Okay, it won't do it, but it is just, I don't know what happened with this, because as you can see, for some reason, this is like somebody poorly photocopied the PAL cover and then stuck it into like a weird, like, bootleg PS2 case, because let me grab a actual PS2 game. Time splitters, because why not? Because, like, I mean, yeah, I don't really have a whole lot of multi-disc games. Does this have? Is this multi-disc? No, it's single disc. Yeah, like I said, I don't have a whole lot of multi-disc, but like you compare. Oh, huh. Okay, so yeah, you can kind of can't quite tell very well, but like that there, basically the disc is almost impossible to actually get out of it, and like you press on it, but you can't get good leverage on it because you're supposed to be able to peel it up, and they've got it on the top here, but you can't do it on the bottom. Huh. Actually, it is. But it is still just like looking at that, you know, that little button in the middle there, and then comparing it, yeah, this is a couple years after that, but still, you know, you can see it's better, and like comparing it. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get the disc out of this, which this is garbage anyway. This is the real game, but it's just this tray here. But it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna play some. I'm gonna play some Call of Duty 3. So let's just. Okay, all right, and then doing that. Oh yeah, I'm gonna play some Time Splitters instead. Alright. And also, comes with something that I know that I'm pretty sure they got rid of it because literally nobody used it, but PS2 cases came with, it's kind of hard to, there we go. PS2 cases came with memory card holders. So that's a nice, convenient little way, because I don't think there was really ever a legitimate, like, memory card holder or anything that they put out. But, like, yeah, because I think, let's see, this is 2006. Let me see if I can find one here. I mean, I may be completely wrong on this. 2009. Like, and yeah, this is definitively, yeah. I remember this is 2009. It's an interesting game. It's weird. It has screenshots of the PS3 version because this is one of the kind of rare cross-platform games where they released it on PS2, but then they also, like, I think it was intended for PS3, but then they kind of scaled it down a little bit to put it on PS2. And you know, I played the PS2 and PS3 version, and literally the only difference is that the PS3 version has higher fidelity graphics and like better lighting. Oh yeah, yeah, isn't it like I can't remember exactly what it is, but isn't it like World at War Final Fronts or something like that? And it's literally basically just this, but just like barely modified. I mean, I guess it's better than nothing, but like, you know, which this is Cauldron, so you know, their games were never really the greatest of games, like as far as like, you know, really high quality kind of gaming, but yeah, apparently, I mean, Call of Duty 3 Special Edition PS2, it looks official. I mean, I would assume that it's official because they're selling it in the local store. I mean, but you could get somebody that really knows what they're doing with like a bootleg, but it looks legit. Yeah, I think actually COD 1, 2, and obviously 3 had PS2 versions. Because I don't know if it started on PS2. Let me just... I should probably change the... I mean, probably not necessary because this stream might be going on a little bit long. But just change the category there because Twitch might get a little upset if it says that I'm playing Half-Life, but I'm not. But because I mean, it may be like a scenario where they just toned it down like this. Because, like I said, I mean, which there's not a whole lot of difference between this version and the PS3 version because, like, the biggest difference is lighting. The lighting and stuff on the PS3 looks better, but it's still playable. It's still perfectly playable on PS2. But let me see. Okay. So, Call of Duty was first released. It was later made. Okay, so well, no, that's literally not helpful at all. I mean, that's not even Google Assistant. That's just Duck Assistant. But let's see, what were the original consoles? So, okay, originally for PC, and I may have been wrong on that then. I mean, I got Call of Duty 3, but because I thought that because I've not played a lot of Call of Duty games, but You know what I do not understand? Why it's like you cannot clear that. It just will not let you do it. Yeah, as you can see, I've been searching for some intellectual stuff. But no, because I mean, 2003, 2005, but okay, yeah, Call of Duty 2, big red one. Okay, I don't actually know how it is. I should probably not go to that. Archive.org seems like that it's been having some problems recently. Hopefully they're not being DDoSed again, but they probably fucking are. God forbid information be allowed to be archived for anything. Fucking rich asshats want to cover up their bullshit. But okay, so I guess must be thinking of ports then. Which, I mean, it has online capability for PS2. Because the PS2 genuinely did have the ability to play online. I never played it online, but this is immediately probably a game that's going to come to a lot of people's minds when they think like online play for PS2, because online multiplayer Resident Evil in 2003, way before anything like Resident Evil Resistance or anything like that came out, you had this, and it's still active. There is still an active community around it. The servers were shut down in 2007, but apparently some people have actually, like fans have got together and reconstructed the servers, and so it's possible to actually play Resident Evil Outbreak online with either regular hardware or emulators. And like there's a Discord, and it's crazy. I've thought about checking it out, but I think probably the best way to play it would be with friends. And I may try and organize some sort of get together on Discord or something. But the problem is, like, I don't think anybody besides me even knows what the fuck Resident Evil Outbreak is. It's like, Resident Evil Outbreak? I've never heard of that before, because it's kind of an obscure Resident Evil entry from 2003 that didn't really go, it didn't really, it didn't last very long. But, yeah, maybe, I mean, but even if nobody actually really knew or was familiar with it, because it is very easy, like trivially easy, to actually be able to play this, because you don't even have to have actual hardware. Literally all you need is an emulator and the ROM for it. I mean, yeah, that's alright, but, I could check into doing that, or doing like a stream or something, because where I don't really do a whole lot of like traditional videos like I was doing anymore. I'm kind of shifting mostly to streaming and then doing highlight videos for the streams. But I could probably see about setting up some sort of group or whatever with it, because It would be interesting, even if I'm just like the only one there. Like, I guess I would end up basically being the expert because I know a decent amount. Yeah, that's alright. I mean, because I don't know how well Outbreak actually did. I know I loved it as a kid, and I played it a good bit, even though I was just playing solo. But even just solo, it's a pretty good experience. And File 2 does even better. But, you know, I may look into doing that at some point and trying to either lead a bunch of people that have no idea what Resident Evil Outbreak is like through the game, or play on a server with people or something. I don't know, you know, just whichever. Because, you know, it'd just be interesting to give this game a little bit more publicity because, yeah, it's genuinely, for 2003, it is kind of an impressive game that Capcom was like, you know what we should do with Resident Evil? It's 2003. Okay, we just entered the new millennia. I think we should make an online multiplayer Resident Evil. Yes, on the PlayStation 2. What else will we put it on? And that's just insane. And the fact that it's actually it's a good game. It's just I can't say that enough. It's a good game, and then I've got File 2 over here, but it's not functional. I could also do a stream of that, because I have never actually sat down and truly played that. It's a really good game. From like just the like tone, the vibe, and everything that it has. And it's made by the director of Silent Hill 1. Not Christoph Gans. I can't remember what the guy's name is. The guy that he was the project director for Silent Hill 1. I think it was Keishiro Toyama, I think is what his name is. Wrong window. Yeah, Keishiro Toyama. And, yeah, he's the creator of Silent Hill and Siren. And so, you know, it's a very, like, Japanese horror experience compared to Silent Hill 1, where there's not as much, like, Japanese horror, but this is Ringu, or Ju-on or something, like, basically. And it just has a very interesting vibe, because it nails that Japanese horror very well. Because I've played a little bit of it, but I've not really sat down and played through it, because it can be a very nerve-wracking game. And I love that. So, who knows? I may stream that at some point. You know, like I said, I got a shit ton of games. Probably too many. But, you know, here I am. But, yeah, I think actually, yeah, I'll go ahead and end the stream. And fun talking about game here. Just all the various games, going on that little tangent. But, yeah. I guess that'll be it for this stream, so I don't know, I may not be able to stream tomorrow, but I don't know, I'll you know, definitely do a notification in Discord when I'm gonna be streaming, but it'll probably be, if not tomorrow, I don't think that I'll be able to, because like I said, because when I get off work, it may not work out very well. But, yeah, so I guess, see ya. And, good luck on the, good luck on the pizza.